So today, let's talk about something that gets right to the very heart of, well, everything we do. We're going to explore this timeless piece of wisdom that's all about the hidden engine driving our actions, from the smallest habit to the biggest life decision.
I mean, really think about it for a second. We've all been there, right? Maybe you helped a coworker, but a tiny part of you is hoping the boss would notice. Or you gave someone a compliment because, hey, you were kind of hoping to get one back. It's this messy human space between what we do and why we do it that we're going to dive into.
So, how do we navigate all this? Well, it turns out that a foundational teaching from over 1,400 years ago gives us a just stunningly clear answer to that exact question.
We're looking at a famous hadith, which is a teaching from the Prophet Muhammad. And this one is a big deal. It's often called one of the cornerstones of the faith, and it comes to us through one of his closest and most trusted companions.
And the teaching itself is just beautiful in its simplicity. The core message says it all. Actions are judged by motives. The Arabic word used here is niyya. It means your intention, your aim, your purpose. The idea is that the action itself is only half the story. The other half, the more important half, is the why that's living inside your heart and mind when you do.
Here's another way to think about it. Your intention is literally the soul of your action. You can have two actions that look identical on the outside, two bodies, right? But if one has a sincere, pure intention and the other doesn't, well, one is alive with meaning and the other is just an empty shell.
And you know, this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. To make it crystal clear, the teaching itself gives us this brilliant real-world example. It's a tale of two journeys.
Okay, so this example is about the Hijra. This was the migration of the early Muslims from their home in Mecca to the city of Medina. And let's be clear, this was not a casual road trip. This was a dangerous, life-altering journey. People left behind their homes, their wealth, their families, everything, all for their faith.
So picture two people. Both of them pack their bags, both leave Mecca behind, both suffer through the same harsh desert trek to get to Medina. On the outside, you couldn't tell them apart. Their actions look absolutely identical, but on the inside, they are worlds apart.
The first migrant makes this enormous sacrifice for a higher purpose, for God and His messenger. So their reward is just as massive as their intention. But the second person? They're doing the exact same difficult thing, but their goal is, well, it's worldly. Maybe it's a business deal they want to make, or, as the Hadith says, maybe they just want to marry a particular person. Their outcome is limited only to what they intended. So yeah, they might get the money, they might get married, but that whole immense spiritual value of the journey, it's completely gone.
And that's the whole point, right there. The action itself, no matter how hard or impressive it looks, isn't what holds the ultimate value. The real value is forged in the intention. Two people can walk the exact same path, go through the exact same struggles, but end up at completely different spiritual destinations.
Okay, so that's a powerful story from history, but what does it have to do with us today? Well, this principle is absolutely timeless. It applies to our lives right now, in the office, with our family, even when we're just scrolling on our phones. Let's look at a few examples.
Think about working late. Are you staying behind because you're genuinely committed to the project, because you want to do a great job, or is the real driver that you want the boss to see you? You want that praise, maybe that promotion. It's the same action, but a totally different niyyah.
Or how about giving a gift? Are you doing it from a place of real generosity and affection because you truly want to make that person happy? Or is it more about social pressure, maybe a little guilt, or that feeling that you kind of have to? And oh man, in our world today, this one is huge. When you post something online, a picture, an accomplishment, is your intention to genuinely share a moment and connect with people? Or is it maybe to build a certain image, to make others feel a little envious, to show off? The action is just a click, but the intention behind that click changes everything.
So after all that, where do we land? See, this ancient idea isn't just a neat philosophical concept to think about. It's actually a super practical tool for living a more deliberate, more meaningful life. What this teaching really does is it invites us to just pause. It transforms every single thing we do, from making a cup of coffee to starting a new project, into a chance to be mindful. It asks us to check in with ourselves, to ask why, and to line up our actions with what we truly value. So, I'm going to leave you with just one question to carry with you. Before you send that next text, before you make that next comment, before you do the very next thing you're about to do, just take 1 second and ask yourself, what is my niyyah? What is the real intention here? The answer? Well, it just might change everything.